Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block, on a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts, basically ones that can run operating systems. That's basically all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Good afternoon, everybody. It looks like we are live at 5 once again. Fantastic. I thought of a new opener to my show. It has Anthony Pompolano goes bang, bang. Being British, I thought I might start saying knock, knock. So let's get on with this. All right, guys, knock, knock. Here we go, rock and roll. This is the crypto forecast, the strength of the system, the health of the network. And of course, the big topic of today is this thing here. We've got Coin over 20,700. You know, everybody getting really excited and they're like, oh yeah, but you know, as we look into what's behind this, like literally of which shitcoiners never do, only genuine Bitcoiners, you know, are just like looking at that going, well, we can see what's caused that, and that's just absolutely ridiculous. So we here in Bitcoin look at the fundamentals, not the pumpermentals, because if you're looking at a pumpermental, it means it's a bubble, and when it's a bubble, it means the bubble will burst because there is no value behind the price. And that's what's going on at the moment. So we shall see where the value lies. Check it out. We have got Bitcoin with 0.7% of the hash rate. Bcrash 1.3. Coin 97.8. Network node same as the everywhere since the 15th of November 2018. Bitcoin 2.3. Bcrash 10.3. Coin 87.4. But look at this. This is where the value lies within the network. And you'll see a huge discrepancy between hash rate on Coin and transactions on Bitcoin. Now, that hash rate should kind of like match up with the transactions, but it doesn't. So there's a disconnect here. So when you're thinking, okay, this is usage, what gives that the price? Well, the only thing that gives Coin a price is people going in like a bubble, like a Ponzi scheme. That is it, which means all of the value that Coin is currently accumulating and collecting will be streaming straight into Bitcoin very soon. So in other words, kind of like BTC price number go up, is still to be celebrated because we know where it's coming. That is it. But I mean, these shitcoiners have no idea how thin the ice is that they are skating on. Like, honestly. But I mean, it's clear for any intelligent person to see. So we've got Bitcoin with 76.3% of the transactions on the chain. Bcrash 1.4, Coolcoin 22.3. And then the block size, we've got Bitcoin 64.2, Bcrash 2.4, Coolcoin 33.3. Now let's play spot the biggest block on Bcrash. See who's mining what. Yeah, I can see plenty of Hathor on Bcrash. I mean, yeah, taking up a huge amount. Let's start off with a random figure. We got 434. I think they'll be hard pushed to top that. That's going to be, oh no, they've got a 586 by Antpool. Congratulations, they just made it over half a megabyte. And we've got Coolcoin. Need we bother checking? Because they've purposely got a 1 megabyte restriction on their network because they don't want people to use it. I mean, it's ridiculous. Oh yeah, it's a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. It's money, but you're not. Yeah, not many use money. You're not many use it at all. Yeah, I mean, just just sit on it. don't spend it down the shops or anything like that. Just literally, store of value. It's just so ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So let's have a quick look at Bitcoin here. We've got immediately by a mempool Nordpool a 7.6 megabyte block. Look at this, Tau 23.5 megabytes. Small in comparison to what Bitcoin is capable of, but massive in comparison to these scam crime shitcoins that we're looking at here. It's an insult that they should even be on the same page. Our Tau's got a 28.3 megabyte block, absolutely massive in comparison. Like, fantastic. So we're looking at Bcrash for lols because it's always good to laugh every day. Here we go. Let's have a look at Anne-Marie and his money. Here we go. It's just going to stop one day. It's just so ridiculous. Like, what does Anne-Marie think he's doing with his own money? Like, printing it with his own face on it and like dishing it out. It's like, Anne-Marie coin, that's the one we want. No, mate, it's got no value whatsoever. Neither is the Bitchin chain. I mean, it's just hilarious. And then you've got Anne-Marie's coin in comparison to the Bitchin chain, which is kind of like reminiscent of the Bitchin chain, Bcrash versus Coolcoin and Bitcoin. Hathor absolutely macking it on the Bitchin chain, scooping up all those empty blocks because there's literally no data on the network whatsoever. Antpool with 22.4, and then BTC.com. Don't know what they're doing on there. I mean, obviously we know Antpool is Bitmain, absolute shitcoiner. So, shitcoin enterprise. And then we've got Anne-Marie's coin, the IFP. I'll have to remember what that stands for. Can't remember. Tell you what, we'll just do it here. Hold on 1 second. Let's have a look at this. I was going to actually write Bcrash then. IFP. Let's see what. Remind ourselves. Infrastructure funding plan. It's just political spin for like, I'm going to take your money. Infrastructure funding plan. Oh dear, oh dear. Like, when you've got to take money because you don't have any money of your own, you're literally forcefully taking it off people, not willingly, they're not willingly, going to give it. I mean, it's just, I just don't know what these people are doing. Just absolutely amazes me. But yeah, endless source of amusement. What can I say? Constant surprises. That's what it's like. So this is proof hash rate by network. Yeah, just seen that. Proof of work by network since the first change on the 1st of August 2017. And remember, it was August 24th, 2017 that Blockstream actually implemented SegWit, breaking the chain of signatures, segregating the signatures, taking complete control of the network, preventing it from scaling, and telling people not to use it. Oh dear. Hash rates by network, Bcrash versus Bitcoin. Proof of work by network, Bcrash versus Bitcoin. Oh, good to see they got profitability back here. This was missing earlier when I had a look at this. Transaction fees, it is 12,300 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin because Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. than it is Core Coin. It's currently 1.5% more profitable to mine on BTC. That's probably because like number go up, I would have thought. We've got daily average Bitcoin block size by network, Bitcoin winning. Daily Bitcoin transactions by network, Bitcoin smashing it. Daily average Bitcoin transactions per block, Bitcoin smashing it. Fees USD, Bitcoin killing it. Fees Satoshis, Bitcoin killing it. A block reward ratio, again, that will come with time, which will follow price, which will follow value. And we've got accumulated Bitcoin growth by network. Again, just laughing at the bitching chain. Looks like Amare's coin in comparison. Absolutely hilarious. Global hash rate 7 days. So all the, BTC.com has been pushed back down into 6th place. Huobi overtaking them this week. But then we've got Ampool and Binance, the two biggest shitcoin enterprises, in 4th and 5th. So this is global hash rate 24 hours. F2 pool pooling up there. Ampool just pushing Huobi out into a 4th. And Binance, as it were. And then BTC.com down there. So this is Core Coin. It's going to look very similar to 24-hour global hash rate. Yeah, in fact, it's literally like almost the same. Yeah, okay. Whoa! Whoa! 24 hours. Hathor absolutely macking those empty blocks, gobbling them up like there is no tomorrow. 50% over 24 hours. So let's just have a quick look. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is a lot of Hathor on there. Wow. Yeah, literally all these blocks with no data in them whatsoever, chomping away at those things. Just fantastic watching that. I mean, I love what I'm seeing here. And then we've got Bitcoin. So we've got Huobi 31.9, Tau 16.6, Norpool, Nempool. Good to see them doing proof of work, getting all these blocks. I mean, it's Bitcoin is the place to be with like such a small amount of hash rate on it at the moment. I mean, literally, it's just it is easy pickings. It is a field day. And then we've got BTC.com pooling and F2 pool. Wow. All the biggest boys on the block gesturing on Bitcoin. Oh, good stuff. Right, now that we've seen that, let's get on to these other metrics. Let's have a quick look at Bitcoin blocks live. Here we go. So for any newbies who don't know what they're looking at, this is the global blockchain working in front of our very eyes. In the top right hand corner, we've got transactions per second, and then these blocks that you see, the metric just below that, the one that's moving, these are the transactions being picked up by the nodes on the network, and then below that are the details of who is generating those transactions, the transaction ID, the impact, their output, and you can just simply click on those links to see who's generating what. After those transactions have been picked up by the nodes on the network, they are then thrown into the meme pool. Once they're in the meme pool, and you can see the transaction count in the meme pool, they are then competed for by the miners on the network, who then process those payments, try to create the block, put the block on the blockchain, and then they win the block reward along with the block fees associated with that block. So in terms of this 28.3 megabyte block, we've got the in the highlighted rectangular box below, we've got the hash number, the block height, who it was mined by, the size, the time, the transaction count, and the total fees in the block, which is $9.25, along with the block reward of 6.25 Bitcoin. Now, at the moment, the miners get the block reward plus the fees, but because the miners at the moment just simply want to make the network as valuable as possible because they get paid in Bitcoin, so they want to make Bitcoin as valuable as possible. They put every effort towards increasing speed, increasing scale, and reducing transaction cost, which will in turn attract more users to the network. As more users come to the network, the total fees will increase due to the volume of transactions, and it's those fees that will eventually, over a long period of time, counteract the block reward halving that happens every 210,000 blocks, and that is how Bitcoin works. But shitcoiners won't tell you that because they don't have a clue. Number go up. Yeah, wrong numbers there, people. So let's have a look at some other metrics here for any newbies again. This is BitInfo charts, or the rich list is really funny because you can just click on there to see how many shitcoins or bitcoins are in each wallet, and then obviously compare yourself to find out how rich you are. This one's a really good metric here, transactions 24 hours. This is over the entire crypto market. As you can see, it's got all these coins here. And we've got Bitcoin with 27.2% of the overall transactions on the network. XRP, which is a centralized piece of crap, with 27.6%, but that's because they're a cross-border remittance service. And then Ethereum, just with all the DeFi crap on it at the moment, literally no value in it whatsoever. Absolutely hilarious. Only Bitcoin, which is BSV, has got any real value on it. And then these shitcoiners get confused with price and value, but I mean, that's another story. So if we go to BitInfo charts and then we scroll over these highlighted tabs in blue on the left of the screen, you will actually be able to see a comparative graph that will come up. So if you're looking on the top here, there's all these shitcoins listed. These are the ones that you can compare, but we're only really interested in Bitcoin, which is BSV. So if we just simply have a look at, previously I've been looking at active addresses, but I think we'll try and have a look at transactions. Transactions over the last 24 hours, or average transactions. Have a quick look at this. We go to, and we'll add Ethereum in there. And then we'll go to log. Yeah, wow, look at that. So, if we do 3 months. Ooh, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years. There we go. That's what we're looking at. This is the transaction historical chart, and we've got Bitcoin in green. Once it's gained control of the protocol on the 15th of November 2018, took it away from those B crash shitcoiners. And look at this. If you're an investor, I know which one I'd be asking questions about. I'd be like, what is that one in green? Well, that's Bitcoin. Wow. Okay, so it's just done that over a period of 3 years, as in like it's overtaken B Crash that had a whole year's head start on it. More than that, probably 18 months, and it's overtaken a Core Coin, which is like the Mac Daddy, that started out as Bitcoin before Blockstream centralized it and took control of the network to prevent it from scaling. And then you got Ethereum, which kind of like, all the younger generation have been jumping on because they're like, oh, Vitalik created this. He's a young man. He's really intelligent. We can build dApps on this shit. But again, they have absolutely no concept of what money is because money needs to be completely neutral. Without neutrality, it has no value. And if it has no value, it cannot economically sustain the network that it runs on or supports, which means it will disintegrate along with everything, along with all the data that's on the chain. That's how it's going to work. So there we go. And on that note, let's have a look at the shitcoin market. Here we go. Look at this. All these shitcoiners are going to be celebrating, popping the champagne. They're going to be, oh, wow, look at that. Like 20,700. Next target's going to be $25,000 and $30,000 and $100,000. I mean, who knows? I mean, it depends how much FOMO people put in. But the fact is, all of that price has got no value. It will only convert into value when it comes flooding into Bitcoin, which is this one down here. But again, shitcoiners wouldn't really have a clue what we're on about. But I mean, look at this. That is a price pump between like 10 o'clock this morning, really, and now. So that's like 7 hours. So in order to find out what would cause such a huge and like a rapid price pump, you just simply have to do a little bit of digging. And look what I have managed to find very, very quickly. Here we go. And I will go to my profile. Won't take long. Good to see Captain back broadcasting on the Bitcoin SV channel. Here we go. Look at this. $20,000 BTC got nothing to do with this. $200 million printed at the Tether Treasury. And this was, according to Whale Alerts, at 6:28 p.m. on the 15th of December. So that was literally 24 hours ago. So 24 hours ago, $200 million made up on the spot. But I honestly think shitcoiners just kind of like assume that it's legit, because they're just like that wouldn't be, they wouldn't do a crime like that. That's just too obvious. It has to be genuine. They'll be audited and regulated and everything else. No, they are literally making this shit up. It's not even printed. It's a token on the Ethereum network that you just simply press a button, magically appear, and you can buy BTC with it. How is that fair? Well, it's not. It's blatant fraud. But what's funny is, I mean, can you imagine the regulators going after Tether and then, you know, accusing them of making digital money up out of thin air? I mean, and the regulators are paid for by the Fed, who do exactly the same thing. Cool coin prices, $20,000 for the first time in history. I mean, where's the national press coverage? You know, where's the song and dancing? Where's all the balloons? Like, there's nothing, because the press know that it's an absolute pile of shit. So, UK investment manager shifts allocation to core coin from gold in defensive move. The institutional flood into a BTC continues. Oh dear. But anyway, absolutely fantastic documentary, that one. I watched the whole thing. I was enthralled by all of it. But it just made me realize that the case for Bitcoin is absolutely huge. Like, you know, this land grab for resources that people don't need. The reason they're buying them is because they're buying them because money has got no value. In fact, money loses value. It's a toxic asset because of the amount that is printed. So therefore they buy stuff they don't need. But literally, you know, Bitcoin is going to be the biggest transfer of wealth in history, because suddenly wealth is not held up in resources, taking up valuable resources that other people's need. It is a digital money. It's digital, so it literally doesn't take up any space whatsoever. And it can be used as a medium of exchange, and it's fixed in supply, backed by the value of immutable data, which is blockchain technology. It's just absolutely amazing. Blows my mind every time. Nice one. All right, peeps. Thank you very much for joining the show, for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. Same time tomorrow. And as ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there. Joy given. Catch you later. BuyBSV.live. The best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and watch the full episode on Streamanity for just 20 cents. Go to www.satoshi.tv. See the link in the description below. Bitcoin, one world, one chain.
Yeah! One vision.